मेरे प्यारे सत्संगत जी, वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह. It's always a great honor in the presence of the Sri Guru Granth Sahib to be with you. I hope you don't mind my English. It's better than my Punjabi. But we come through a time, many Sangat ask me always, what brought you? Why did you come? You weren't born to this faith. But what brought you? What attracted you to become Guru Sikh? And for me in my journey of life, I searched and I looked at as a young boy, as a teenager. And something in my mind said somewhere in this world, there was a teaching that would be a teaching of truth, a teaching that would be universal for all people, and a teaching that would be based on seva, on service to others. And I looked and I traveled and I studied. And back in that time, we didn't have the internet like our kids have. We have today. We can Google and find anything we want. And I searched and I looked. I was a very religious person. And I looked and I searched. But I couldn't find anywhere Guru Nanak Dev Ji. I couldn't find in a library a book. I could find Buddha, Krishna, Moses, Jesus, but nowhere was there Guru Nanak Dev Ji. So I couldn't even find those teachings. But my path led me to one day when I met some Sikhs, Guru Sikhs, and they said to me, "We have a temple." I said, "What do you do at the temple?" They said, "We pray." I said, "Pray is good. I don't mind." And that day I came to the Gurdwara. I didn't know that what it was called. And I saw it just like doing the Mata Take, and that's nice. And I came and did the Mata Take and bowed my head at the feet of the Guru. And then I knew right at that moment that I had found what I was searching for. I had never heard Gurbani, I had never heard the word Nanak, I had never listened to that Simran, the Vaheguru. But I knew right at that moment that being in the presence of Sri Guru Granth Sahib, there was a feeling. You understand, I was just like an innocent child coming for the first time to the feet of the Guru. But I felt there was something very special there. There was something that came into my heart. I didn't even know what. And that first time I just came simply to do Mata Tek, and tears came from my eyes. I said, "What is this? What am I in the presence of? What is the strength and the power of this?" I could feel it. And the Ragi Jetta began to play the kirtan. I had never heard that before. But something inside of me again happened. Said, "What is this?" Something in my mind started to change. I was meditating before, I was doing that, but nothing to that strength and nothing to that power that I felt in the presence of Sri Guru Granth. And today is no different. It's been I was 24 years old. That was 37 years ago. Now I'm telling you I'm too old. That was 37 years, and is no different to this day. The same feeling, the same, I could say, something inside. And then I wanted to study and learn, well, what is this? And I started to learn, what is Guru Nanak Dev Ji? Who are our gurus? What is the power of Shabad Guru? How can it change a person's life? How can it help this world come to peace? I started to study the stories, those who gave their lives, the stories of our gurus, the sacrifices. I said, this is unparalleled. That means you can't even match it in history. You can't even match it. There's no match to what Guru Arjan Dev Ji gave his life that way. You can't match it. That Guru Tegh Bahadur would give his head for others to live. There's no other story from any history you can find. Those who gave their lives, those women who first sacrificed for truth. We say in that Ardas, don't we, every day? Those women who gave their lives, who saw their children in front of them cut in pieces, but never gave up their faith and their determination to their last breath to live to Sikh Dharma. And I looked at that courage and learned about Guru Gobind Singh Ji and how he created what he created for us to live by, and how he gave those sacrifices so that we can be here today. And in these 37 years as I've traveled the world visiting the Gurdwaras and being with Sangat, I said, what did we lose someplace in there something? Why am I so excited in 37 years? I'm still excited to be in the presence of our Guru. Still haven't lost that excitement. Still hasn't given me amazing courage and strength to do what I can do only as one single person. And I say, why is that not understood in the world? And why even within our own Sangats we don't understand it? And we fight to live it. Because I was searching not for a religion. Oh, I should become a religious person. Oh, that's a religious guy. Nay. I was searching for a way of life. And even today they come to me, are you part of the Sikh religion? I said, no. You're not? You look like you're part. I said, no. They said, what are you part of? I said, I'm part of the Sikh way of life. It's different. I'm part of a science, a technology, a technique that can carry a human being beyond what we think we can become. Guru turned my life 180 degrees around. And I knew that the power of Gurbani was simply that this mind of ours, we call psyche in English, we say this mind of ours can turn 180 degrees in 180 seconds. That is the power of Gurbani. Within 180 seconds, this mind of ours can turn 180 degrees, which means we can become elevated, body, mind, spirit, simply through Gurbani. There's no other technology that exists on the planet. I'm telling you, I learned, I studied, I wanted to find out. And I came from the Western mind just as our children, our young adults, have come from this same Western mind. And I had to understand it from that way. How I started to explain it, I think Guru had the hand in that, because I don't know. But I said, if I can understand, even in my limited understanding of Gurumukhi, if I can understand just to what is the essence of Guru's word, of what is that Bani, and how does that Bani resonate so deep in me, not only so that it changes in the inside of me, but that I could walk this path. And as I walk this path, to feel the strength and the courage and to give my life to others. And I said, that strength to live this life, that strength to walk this path and not be worried, not feel that I'm missing something, not feeling that there's something wrong, but to walk it with strength and courage was the power of the humility, humbleness we call it, of the humility to realize that God lives in everyone. And one of those first times I read about Guru Nanak Dev Ji, and so Guru Nanak just wanted, he said, if I could just touch the dust, just the dust of the feet of those saints who walk on this dharam, praising God, then I shall be satisfied. Just to touch the dust of the feet of those saints. I said, how does someone come to that humbleness, but can bring such a teaching that can change the entire world? And as I kept learning and growing, and becoming deeper inside of myself. Because I understood that Guru Nanak Dev Ji, and we've just celebrated that Gurupurab of Guru Nanak Dev Ji's birthday, that he changed the face of religion. He changed the face and the course of faith. Before Guru Nanak Dev Ji, they said God lives outside of you, and you have to go outside, and somebody has to take you to God. And Guru Nanak Dev Ji was the first. He said, nay, he said, God lives inside of each and every one of us, and we can experience God inside. We don't have to reach outside and jump for it. God lives in our breath. We say Ek Onkar, correct? So we can translate, means there's one God whose vibration is that creativity. I say Ek Onkar means God and me and God are one. God and me and God are one. There's no separation. And no one taught that before Guru Nanak Dev Ji, that there's no separation. In this Western society, especially our children who grow up here, we're taught a separation between a human being and this that we call God. But our teachings are that there's no separation. That each human being, we're human, and we think we are, most, I think, right? That this human being we call finite. What does that word finite mean? It means, well, if I hit this, I can hear. If you pinch me, I go ouch. That's finite. That's called known. We see each other. This is known to us. Guru Nanak Dev Ji taught not only is that known, but then there's the unknown, the vastness of the universe. We read in Japji side, Guru talks about the cosmos and the universes upon universes. Guru Nanak Dev Ji explained it all to us. Now science is saying, oh yeah, that's true, yes, there are universes. We knew that already. And that between a human being, between us as human, in this rigid, finite, physical form, that we can experience the vastness of that universe in what we call the infinite. Infinite means no limit at all. And that which links the finite of the human to that cosmos, grand cosmos of the infinite consciousness, from Atma, soul, to Paramatma, infinite soul, is Guru. That Guru is that pipeline, is that conduit from the finite self, the known self, to the unknown self, which is vast. Is written in Siddhi Guru Granth, we should know the unknown, we should see the unseen. Because as we open, and Gurbani opens us to those channels of truth, it opens us to those channels to see the unseen. It brings us to a point of an elevated human being that can use the intuitive mind. And through Vaheguru, 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 experience the God. Not we should be unhappy, not we should be depressed, not that we should question everything, not that we should be in doubt or in fear of life. And that's the dynamic that many of us face in our own Sangha today. We face that dynamic. We fear. We don't trust. We get depressed. We don't feel elevated. And I watch that, and I say, why? Then I say, why, Guru? It's not up to me. But the question comes to me and says, why should any one of us be depressed in our Sangat? Why should one of us be not prosperous in our Sangat? Why should one of us have any doubt or fear? Don't we say in that Mulmantar, Nirbho, Nirvair, Akal Murat? There's no fear, there's no animosity. All is in the presence of that which is undying. And if we trust that, and that's what I teach when we work so much with the young people, young kids, is to teach them to trust in Guru's words, to create the relationship between self and Sri Guru Granth Sahib. That there's a relationship there that's established. Guru Gobind Singh Ji gave us the Guru Gadi of Sri Guru Granth and said every person shall be sovereign unto Sri Guru Granth. That means each person shall have their own individual relationship to Sri Guru Granth. Has given such a foundation and a base, and what is that foundation? We all know is Mul Mantar, is the root. Exactly expressed, exactly explained. But then the first party of Japji Sahib, Guru Nanak Dev Ji states it very clearly to all of us. Soch soch na hovi jas sochi lakava. 1,000 thoughts come, thousands of thoughts. It said on every blink of the eye, we release 1,000 thoughts. But none of those thoughts are ours. We think, but we don't think. But we think we do, but we don't, but we think we do. But we don't. You understand that, then you're worse than me. Right? You know? So Guru Nanak Dev Ji gives us Mul Mantar, tells us everything, gives us the entire universal truth of Ad Such, Jugad Such, Hai Bhi Such, and Nanak Hosi Bhi Such. The exact universal truth, Ad Such, in the beginning of time. What was truth? Truth created the existence, that word of truth. Jugad Such, through the ages, yugas, that through the ages that same vibration of that truth exists. Hai Bhi Such, today is no different. Hasn't changed. Nanak Hosi Bhi Such. Nanak says forever it shall be. Forever. So I came to understand that Guru not just gave us this elevated life, he assured. Our Gurus have given us the assurance that life shall be elevated. Not just maybe, not perhaps, not we'll see what happens tomorrow, not possibly. Gave us the assurance it shall be. Nobody say that is Guru's kirpa, that's Guru's grace. But what Guru teaches us is there's the two wills. There's God's will, and then there's the sweat of a human, the working of a human, that we work within that will of God. That we follow that will and we work in that will of God. We don't fight that will. What is the difference between Gurmukh and Manmukh? We know. Manmukh, one thinks, I control everything, I made this universe, I can do what I want. It doesn't work that way. We know it doesn't work that way. Guruji just said, be that Gurmukh, follow the path of the Guru, walk on that path. Karma, that past actions will go away. Dharam, the religious, righteous way of walking, shall be given. Is a birthright to every human being. Nobody explained it until our Gurus explained it to the world, that every human being has a birthright to be happy, to be prosperous, and to feel the presence of God in every breath that you take. Is that not the concept of Simran? Do we not have those 4 pillars? Bana, Bani, Seva, and Simran. These pillars hold up this wall. For what reason? So the wall won't fall down. Guru has given us our pillars, Panch Kakar, Panch Baniya, has given those as pillars so we don't fall. I didn't see it, oh God, I got to do Panch Baniya, oh, I'm sweating it. I said, what a joy. So that I can keep as best stable as I can keep. Not 100%. I'm not perfect by any means. I'm worse than anybody. But at least, we have that guide. And if we lose that guide, what do we have? When I walk into the Gurdwara, the door of the Guru, to come to the presence of my Sri Guru Granth, I don't wear Nike t-shirt and ripped pants and half shorts. No, I come in my ban. I'm coming before my Guru. Have pride in that. Is that not true? Not only do I leave downstairs shoes and things, I leave my ego at the door too. I say, here, I'm hanging my ego up on that shelf, and I'm coming in just pure innocent. I'll let everything else go. I'll just let my ego hang it up on the wall, and I'll come just easy. Because why? In my mind, because I'm coming to the presence of my Guru. I want to feel. And that's why I say, why should one of us be depressed? Why should one of us feel unfulfilled? We have a technology that is said can bring peace to this entire planet. And I want our children so much to understand that it's not just the stories, it's not just memorizing pot, but it's living that truth and walking that pathway and understanding the benefit of life to that. And because we have a mission. What is our mission? To serve others. Our mission is to help uplift society. That's my belief. When I did that Amrit that day, I knew that I was giving my life to the Guru. I said, this is not Harinam Singh anymore. This is Harinam Singh Khalsa. What is Khalsa? You say, oh, pure one. But Khalsa to me is that entity of self which understands that the life is not my life, but my life is to give and to serve and to fall at the feet of others and to give my life in that sacrifice, that one person should be saved and that there's no fear because Guru has taken and given me everything. So my consciousness means my state of relation to Guru. This is to me the science of it, that state of relationship is the essence of my faith. So I say I'm not religious. I'm one of the least religious people you'll find, believe it or not. But I'm one of the most devoted to the essence of the living truth within my own heart, soul, being, and the love of my Guru to keep guiding me through Hukanama, to guide me every day to that truth of my heart, whether I am, however I happen to be that day, but to guide me back onto that path. And to me, that is the life of a Guru Sikh. Maybe I see it from the Western mind and I'm totally mixed up about it. But it works for me, and it seems to be a good message, right? And there's so much to learn. I've studied 35 years, is still only just a little pebble of sand. But every single day I live that life. Every single day I read Bhai. Every single day I do my Simran. Every single day I remember that I am blessed. So who can I complain? I can complain to my Guru. My Guru says, why are you complaining? And if that's the simple truth of it, and I can live it, don't I give that to all the kids? I say, if I can live it, can you not live it better than me? Those who were born to it. But let's not give, even if we can't do it, let's do it for our kids, right? Let's give our children that future. To me, our Gurus have given us a future, their example and way of life. And we have all of that future embodied within Sri Guru Granth through the power of Shabad Guru, through the technology and science of Shabad Guru. Shabad Guru, we say in physics terms, is called a quantum technology. Quantum technology means that which can alter and shift simply through its teaching. And that is the vibration of Simran. That is the vibration of the Shabad. Shabad means to cut through one's ego. Guru is a transformation, takes us from that darkness to the light, takes us from that unknown to a known place. And the trust that really excited me was that Guru, when I started to study and learn, and I was such a young man, what excited me was that the teaching said everybody, anybody, and everybody can achieve that state of being. I said, yeah, really? Wow, that's pretty good. A normal person, everyday person, we say has a mental vibration of about 5.3 megacycles, they call it, right? So our normal way of life, we have about that 5.3 or so megacycle of brain wave activity. But it's been proven that through Gurbani, through Simran, that we have up to 8 to 10 megacycles of vibration, almost twice of how it opens up these hemispheres of our brain, the lobes of our brain, to understand, to compute, to excel. No other technology exists, I'm telling you, that I'm from my studies, exists on this planet that has that power. And Guru asks us only one thing, what is that? Live it. I'm not that smart. I know a few things, but I know that this is a way to live. It helped me live. It helps me today. It will help me tomorrow. And that's the difference between emotion, right? Do you know emotion? I think so. And devotion. I came to know, I've been with you so many years, I said, this is the most emotional Sangha community I know, but is also the most devotional community I know. And then I understood that the word worry was invented by Punjabi mothers. I don't know one that doesn't worry too much. Why do you worry so much? If Guru will take care of everything. Don't worry so much. Trust. The 4 pillars Guru teaches us in English in terms of life is know yourself, trust yourself, be yourself, and love yourself. Bana is that which we dress and look and distinctive, become known by. And ban is that which is outside of us, correct? Oh, there's wearing the ban, that's Khalsa. So ban is that which is outside. Then what is the bani? Bani is that which is the inside. So there's a balance of ban and bani. That which is identifiable and that which is known unto ourselves. Seva, we know, is that service, selfless service. And Simran is never stop repeating Vaheguru, 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 Vaheguru. Someone said to me, they said, oh, something is bugging me, this is bugging me. Every time they talk to me, I feel bugged. I say, just when somebody is obnoxious, somebody is bugging, just as they're talking, say in the back of your mind, Vaheguru, 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 Vaheguru. They can't touch you an inch. Guru protects us, holds us to our strength. So Satsangachi, it's a simple matter, but it's our future. And my concern is that our future be strong and bright to carry the banner of Khalsa throughout this world, to help bring this world to a balance and to a state of peace. I oftentimes say if you don't live in peace, you're going to live in pieces. So let us continue to be strong as a Sangha, to be devoted, to reach and to teach out to our children, our young people, to give them, if I can learn it, why can't they learn it more than me? And be those examples in practice. That means if you do it, they'll do it. These children are very, very smart. When we grew up, in our generation, my generation, we were taught by what is called command. That means that if my dad said, you're going, you went, right? There was no question asked, right? We're going, get out, right? That's called command. These children, we know our children, we say, we're coming, well, Babaji, I'd like to come, but they're like biggest negotiators. We would come, but I'm not coming, but then if I did come, and by the time they finish talking to us, right? Because these young people They don't listen by command. They listen when we can reach them at the level of their psyche, talk to them, explain and understand why we're doing this. Then, oh no, why did you just tell me that? Let's go. Why are we wasting time? They'll respond to us if we talk to them. And I know that's not common, especially my generation, next generation after me. It's not common that we should understand that communication. But these young ones need that communication. They don't go by command. They'll outsmart us. They'll find their way through. But if we talk to them, reach them, and talk to them as they can hear us speak, they will do anything we ask anytime. Because remember, for certainly we didn't grow up, we didn't have internet, we didn't have all those immediate information. Today, our young people, young adults, information we know is immediate. They know more than we know. They Google, goggle, all these things, right? More than I know. But they know everything. They go and they push buttons. Their minds are much more ahead of us. This is the time of the sensory human. And our children ask us questions oftentimes we can't answer. But if we want to direct them to Guru's teachings, we have to bring them and we have to give the example and show them the life. And they'll understand it and they'll come along with us. But if we don't, then we'll continue to lose them. So Satsangaji, let us celebrate our tomorrow. We have a beautiful, beautiful future, my belief. Let's trust totally in Guru's teachings. Live the life that Guru Nanak Dev Ji brought to us. Didn't he give us just 3 simple ways of life? Kirat karo, vanchak, to give, to save, to share with others, and Naam Simran, to meditate. Simple. Live a good life. Share what you have with others. And don't forget to meditate. We have a choice. We can meditate or we can medicate. I choose meditation. I choose Simran. Because Simran can take you out of depression. Simran can heal this physical body of ours. Simran can give us that connection to the infinite, to the Paramatma Sirjanahar, that we can have that experience. And what is that Chaudikala? Chaudikala doesn't just mean, oh, I'm happy. It means exalted spirit. Guru has promised us and assured us that if we simply walk as a Guru Sikh, that we shall be guaranteed exalted spirit. Satsangaji, it's always my greatest honor, my greatest privilege to be with you. Of course, always, as we say, your donations to help us keep working and keep being on television so we can continue to spread this message is very important, so we do ask for your support. And let us remember, Jinni Naam Diyaya, Game Shakatagal, Nanakate, Mukha Uchale, Keti Shuti No. To those, Jinni Naam Diyaya, to those who go deep into that meditation, Diyaya means deep into that consciousness. Smiling are their faces, and many are saved through them. So let us make that commitment, trust in Guru's teachings, and live a good life. We say, Nanak Naam, Jeri Kala, Deri Bani, Sadbhattavala. We call on the name of Nanak. Nanak Naam. Shall thy spirit be exalted, and may all people prosper by thy grace. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.